Participants Jordan argues for remote hybrid with design guardrails. Casey argues skeptical caution about broad remote adoption. Jordan, let's start with what randomized and quasi-experimental studies actually show. When you give people 2 days a week from home, performance holds steady and resignations fall, especially for non-managers and long commuters. That's not a vibes-based claim. It's the outcome of a firm-wide experiment with managers updating their beliefs from remote hurts to it's fine. Add the classic call center RCT that showed double-digit productivity gains and lower attrition, and you have a pretty consistent through line. In the right roles, flexibility works. Casey, in some roles, yes, but other high-quality studies saw productivity declines during pandemic work from home. Longer hours, slightly less output, and lower measured productivity. And beyond output metrics, there's the fabric of collaboration. Company-wide remote made networks more siloed, with fewer bridges across teams. Knowledge doesn't diffuse as easily when people never bump into each other. That matters for innovation and for developing junior employees. Jordan agreed that collaboration patterns change, and that's precisely why hybrid beats fully remote for most firms. Use the office as a tool. Anchor days for onboarding, mentorship, and cross-team problem-solving. Remote days for deep work and life logistics. The research on geographic flexibility also matters. Work from anywhere improved output for patent examiners. Give people more agency, and you get effort and loyalty back. Casey, hybrid solves part of the problem, but not all. Proximity isn't just nice, it builds human capital. Being near colleagues increases mentoring and long-run skill growth, even if it lowers short-term throughput. If we hollow out those investments by defaulting to screens, we trade today's convenience for tomorrow's capability. And for certain creative tasks, the best ideas still emerge faster when teams share space. Jordan, that's why hybrid needs design, not drift. Specify why we meet. Apprenticeship, whiteboarding, conflict resolution, relationship building. Protect those activities on in-office days, then make remote time sacred for focus work. Also, measure outcomes, not keystrokes. Set clear deliverables and coach managers to run by objectives. The worst of both worlds is demanding office presence without orchestrating collaboration or remote time without clarity and tools. Casey, measurement is part of it, but incentives and culture are the rest. If promotions skew toward face time, people will chase presence over output, and hybrid will breed inequity, especially for caregivers. If we're going to push hybrid, companies must hardwire fairness, transparent criteria, calibrated evaluation, and visibility for remote contributors. Otherwise, we entrench a two-tier system. Jordan, completely aligned. Transparency and process discipline are non-negotiable. On the tooling front, distributed teams need shared rituals and infrastructure. Written RFCS, docs over decks, persistent chat with decision logs, recorded brown bags, and office hours for mentors. None of that is costly. All of it combats the network stickiness you mentioned. Casey, tooling helps, but there are macro constraints. Not every household has a great workspace. Not every job is modular. Some tasks, sales discovery, complex design, crisis response, benefit disproportionately from co-presence. And there's an urban economics dimension. If too many knowledge workers decouple from cities, we may sap the very ecosystems that generate new firms and ideas. Jordan, the evidence cuts both ways. Cities still matter for early career density and serendipity. Hybrid doesn't erase that, it schedules it. 2 or 3 anchor days keep ecosystems alive while giving people back commuting time and geographic flexibility. We can also invest in satellite hubs and well-equipped offices near where workers actually live, reducing the distance tax without going fully remote. Casey, my practical test is this. Can the organization prove that hybrid preserves innovation and training at least as well as the old model? If yes, great. If not, I'd rather bias toward more co-location for teams doing frontier work or onboarding cohorts. When productivity fell in that services firm during WFH, managers didn't even know by how much until they looked closely. Many firms are still flying blind. Jordan, then let's take the blindfold off. Instrument the work, lead time to decision, cycle time, rework, customer NPS, incident rate, code review throughput, whatever matters for your product. Pair that with people metrics, retention, engagement, promotion equity. If hybrid underperforms, adjust the recipe. More anchor days for those teams, tighter team-level SLAs on response times, or co-located sprints at key phases. Casey, another risk is drift into always on. Without spatial boundaries, people fill commute time with meetings. That's not flexibility, that's just more work. If leadership doesn't set norms, no meeting blocks, async first, explicit quiet hours, hybrid can degrade well-being and still miss the innovation upside. Jordan, 100%. Good hybrid is intentional. Default async docs, meeting hygiene, team-level core hours, explicit communication ladders, chat arrow, doc arrow meeting, and manager training. It's also inclusive by default. Cameras and mics that work, whiteboards that capture to docs, and a rule that decisions land in writing where absent teammates can see them. Casey, where we still diverge is on speed. I think firms should prove hybrid works in their context before scaling. Pilot with clear metrics, publish the results internally, and iterate. Grand proclamations either way, all remote or 5 days in. Ignore heterogeneity across roles and career stages. Jordan, pilots are exactly how the best studies were run. Start with opt-in teams, randomized days if you can, and run ABs on anchor day cadence. Use the findings to set policy by role and seniority, e.g., more co-location for new grads and newly formed teams, more autonomy for proven individual contributors, mandatory in-person moments for project kickoffs and post-mortems. Casey, then my bottom line is this. Hybrid can work, but only with real design and discipline. If companies copy slogans instead of systems, they'll get the worst possible outcome: mediocre performance, frayed culture, and disillusioned employees. Jordan, and mine is, hybrid is a durable advantage when done right. It widens the talent funnel, cuts quits, improves inclusion for many groups, and protects focus time, while preserving the in-person collisions that build skills and spark ideas. The evidence base tells us where it shines and where it stumbles. The rest is execution. Casey, so we agree on the playbook, task mode matching, anchor days with purpose, outcome-based management, fairness guardrails, and explicit norms. Jordan, put that into practice, measure ruthlessly, and adjust. Hybrid isn't a compromise, it's an operating model. Done well, it's how we get flexibility without losing the magic of working together.